Why the doubt again? Why the doubt? Today is Friday, we are having sex. Why your friend did not come today? That's why you have come here. Otherwise, you will be sleeping with your friend. Open your book first. How many of you don't have the chemistry notebook? Every Friday is chemistry. Don't forget the calendar. Timetable is not picking up the right thing. Even in my thing, it's showing a different subject altogether, different topic. So we stick to this. Okay? And if we have an extra class or whatever it is, it's obviously whatever. Abhishek, last pitch. You have your notebook, textbook, something. If you have the one, you take it along. Eventually, shift this side. You are sharing some book or something. You are having, yes. Who asked you to come next to him? Go that side. Go that side, and you come here. You have a textbook or notebook, then you go out on it. Volume you have. Pay attention. Now, those of you who don't have a notebook, be careful because today I'm going to put down many charts and I want you to copy down these charts very carefully. Are you paying attention? Shift. Nobody is going to sit close to each other. Shift. Last time I was talking to you regarding covalent bonds. I can still hear someone talk. So what did we say about a covalent bond? This takes place when they share electrons. Okay. Suppose you have something here, another element B, right? A also wants to attain an octet. B also wants to have an octet. Okay. One is an ionic bond. In an ionic bond, what happens is there is a transfer of electron taking place from one element to the other. Okay. There may be one electron which is shifting to the other electron, and therefore it becomes charged element. Right? It becomes positive charge. This becomes negative charge. Here. I'm writing here. But in a covalent bond, there's only sharing taking place. Okay. For example, the last thing that I had given you was regarding methane. If you look at the formula, it is CH4. That means to say you have a carbon atom. Remember that it has got tetravalency. What does it mean? Tetra is 4. That means there are 4 electrons present in the outermost orbit. I'm going to show only those electrons present in the outermost orbit. And if you look at the formula, there are 4 hydrogen atoms. So you have one hydrogen atom, the other one here, the other one here. Okay. So I'm going to draw dots or crosses, whatever it is, to show the formation of bond. So what is happening? These two are sharing. These two will share. So on. So what happens is carbon will form a bond with hydrogen. When I draw one single line, how many electrons is it showing?
One pair.
One pair. How many electrons? 2. Did you understand? 2 electrons are involved in the formation of a single covalent bond. What about this one? There is one pair. So I draw a line here. There is one pair and there is one pair. So similarly, we are having a molecule of methane. This is what we have done last time. Have you all followed it? Did you get it? Yes? No. Now, you will see that such type of compounds contain only carbon and hydrogen. Okay, so they're called as hydrocarbon. What are they called? They're called as hydrocarbons. That means this involve only the presence of hydrogen and carbon. For example, methane, ethane, ethylene, acetylene, all of them are examples of hydrocarbons. So using this as a skeleton or using this as a base, we have other organic compounds. For example, we are talking about a molecule of glucose, C6H12O6. Carbon is there, hydrogen is there. In addition to it, what else is there? Oxygen. This is an organic compound. But what is the original one? It is a hydrocarbon. Using a hydrocarbon, we may have other elements like oxygen, maybe nitrogen, maybe sulfur, etc. etc. Did you follow? So that is why we have got a huge number of organic compounds. So today we are going to talk about hydrocarbons and the specific type of bonds. What did we discuss last time? Covalent bonds can be of three types. What are they?
Single bond, double bond, and triple bond.
Very good. Okay, so we have seen single bonds, double bonds, as well as triple bonds, right? So when we talk about a hydrocarbon, these are called as saturated compounds, or some of them are called as unsaturated. Take down this table. Gufran, board is in front. And if he has any doubt, he will ask me. Rudra, you have any doubt? If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask me. Okay? Any doubt, it is not silly because we are still in the process of learning. So it is a saturated hydrocarbon or it can be an unsaturated hydrocarbon. What is the meaning of saturated hydrocarbon? It has a single covalent bond. Put a single line. Between what and what? It has to be between one carbon and the other carbon.
Saturated and unsaturated.
Hydrocarbons. Now we talk about unsaturated hydrocarbons. Once again, there are of two types. We have already written here. ये हो गया हमारा single. Okay. You have double and triple. Saturated में क्या है? What happens? There is always a single covalent bond between one carbon and the other carbon. So such type of compounds are called as saturated hydrocarbons. Under unsaturated, now we still have two more here. If you look at the board, you can have a double or you can also have a triple. Unsaturated, you can have a double covalent bond present between two carbons, or you can also have a triple covalent bond present between the hydrocarbon, between the two carbon atoms. Okay, we'll see how these things are formed. Right now, I have not told you about this or this. What we were doing was only this. Okay, just below it, a few words I'll be introducing. Write it in your middle page, no? Or you're going to copy it down somewhere in your book? Will you? Because this is going to be a very important page. Don't mess around. Okay, so such type of compounds are called as alkane.
The single covalent.
Yes, single covalent bond are called as alkane. I'm telling you, saturated one. Okay, if there is a double bond, it is called as an alkene. And if there is a triple covalent bond present, it is called as alkyne. Write it in your notebook. Yeah. Okay. Initially, it may be very confusing for you.
And double covalent bond is called
Alkyne. This is double bond. It is called alkene. This is triple bond. It is called alkyne. But I'll tell you a very simple trick for you to remember. Now look at the board. Alkane. So what do you find? Only A is different. Here it is E, which is different. Here it is Y, which is different. The rest of the spelling is more or less the same. Okay. Okay. One method of remembering is it's in alphabetical order. A आएगा, बाद में E आएगा, बाद में Y आएगा. Okay. You can also remember it this way. A has got a single line. Okay. E has got, draw like this, two lines. Y, three lines. You can remember it this way also. Is that okay? Whatever way. If you want to remember as A, E, Y, it's perfectly alright. But if you see A, you remember that there's a single covalent bond. Here there's a double covalent bond, and here there's a triple covalent bond. Is that okay? Have you taken it down? Shall I rub it down? Have you taken it down, sis? You taking everyone? Got it? First, we'll write down a list of alkenes. Okay. Once again, a chart. If the number of carbon atoms is 1, okay. Right now, I'm talking about an alkane. So in an alkane, okay, and these are all hydrocarbons. All of them will be hydrocarbons. That means there's nothing else apart from hydrogen and carbon. You will have what is known as structural formula. And then you will have your molecular formula. And you will have the name or the nomenclature.
Now, what do you mean by nomenclature?
Name. There's a name.
Common name.
Not a common name, it's an IUPAC name. IUPAC name is a scientific name. Yes, IUPAC. Yes.
What's the D or C?
Well, here, Clayture, CL. Clayture, CL. Okay, we call it as IUPAC. Here?
Yes.
Okay. I'll do the first one. Remember one thing, that carbon always is tetravalent. Okay?
Ma'am, there you are the number of C atoms.
Carbon.
Ma'am, what is the last one?
Nomenclature. That means what is the name that we are going to give? Nomenclature is a name. Scientific name that we are going to give, or a chemical name that we are going to give. Okay? Now, I'm having, the first one is only one carbon. All of you look at the board. Structural formula. I have one carbon. It has 4 dots around. What does it indicate? That it is tetravalent. Correct? So each one of them has to be satisfied by one hydrogen. Tetravalent means tetra is 4. Valent is valency. Okay? So each of the carbon will have 4 electrons, and each one of them has to be bound. covalent. So what is happening here? You are having one hydrogen here, one here, one here, one here. Okay? So that is how your structural formula will be like this. Has everybody followed what I said?
Yes.
Anybody here who did not understand? Methane last time हमने किया था ना? We have drawn the structure of methane. If you look at methane, you will understand. So you have got hydrogen here, hydrogen. Yeah, coming up. So I'm putting crosses here. So because each hydrogen has a cross, this will form a bond. Did you see that? Yeah.
Shouldn't it be this way?
You have drawn it cross diagonal.
Huh.
I'm just drawn it up. Same thing if I turn it over.
It's fine.
It's okay. Okay, but actually even this is not correct. If you look at the structure, it is a tetrahedral structure. Okay, this is just showing you what are the bonds. There are 4 bonds. Everyone okay? This is a structural formula. Molecular formula. What does it mean?
CH4.
How many molecules are there? There's 1 carbon and there are 4 hydrogens. How will you show? You will show H4. Samjha? Got it? You will not write it like this. You will not write like this. No, this is wrong. How did we write carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide. Like that. Okay, so that's your methane. Yeah, tell me. Any doubts so far? Here till now? Nomenclature. Now we have to write the name.
Methane.
So this is methane. Okay. What did we notice? We are writing about alkane. This is also ending in an ane. Ane. What is it ending in? Ane.
Single.
Because there's a single bond. Okay. So the first simplest the unit here will be a methane. Suppose I'm having 2 carbon atoms. I'm going to the next one. Make sure that you don't put your head over the open pause. Now we look. Everybody see here? 2. So I've got 1 here, 1 here. Samjha? Yes. Between 1 carbon and 1 carbon, how many bond?
1.
Why? Because we're still doing alkane. Alkane में एक ही आएगा. So 1 हो गया. So look at this carbon, everyone. 1 is already over. 2, 3, 4. For each carbon, you should have 4 lines. What does the 4 lines indicate? That there are 4 single covalent bonds. अभी ये वाला carbon को देखो. 1 is already there. 1 is there. 2, 3, 4. What will come here, here, here?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. So you write hydrogen here. ठीक है? Followed? Come on, quickly. Now we are going to write the molecular formula. How many carbons do we have?
C2.
2. Carbon is 2. Hydrogen is 6. Hydrogen will be 6. Is each carbon happy?
Yes. Yes.
Very happy because it has got 4 covalent bonds. Look at first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. The second one also 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's very stable now. Always we should make sure that it should not be more than 4. Okay, it should be 4. Yeah.
How they are putting the CH hydrogen? There is not one more hydrogen.
Here,
Yes.
here. There's no hydrogen here.
Why?
Because when you look at the formula, I have taken 2 carbon atoms. So I've drawn 2 and 2. Okay, 2 carbons here. The carbon to carbon should be a bond. No? There should be some bond. So that is how I've drawn the first bond. See here, right? I've said how many carbon atoms? 2. So I've drawn 2. Then ऐसे करो. 2 carbon आ गए. Okay. Between 1 carbon and 1 carbon, there should be a single bond. Why? because we are drawing alkane. So there should be a single bond. Now you are going to count. This is 1 over here, 2, 3, 4. So this is over. Now you look at this side. 1 is already there. 2, 3, 4. All of you understood? Any child would have to understand? Okay. Got it? Now the name for this is ethane. Also ending in an ane, but it is called as ethane. I am writing it separately so that you understand. This is also an ane. Okay, systematically we'll try to do it. Don't look at the textbook, it will be confusing. First you understand this, then we'll go back to the text. Now I'm talking about 3. What happens if there are 3 carbons? First you write down the number of carbons. Okay. So I'll write 1, 2 and 3. Did you see how we start? You people are so childish, no? So childish. Disgusting. See, there are 3 carbons. How do we write? Each carbon should have a single bond. So I'm drawing 1 here and 1 here. Now look very carefully. Now look very carefully. Don't make a mistake. Let's go to the first carbon on this side. There's already 1. 2, 3, 4. I'm coming to the second one. It's already having 2. Did you notice? There's 1 here, there's 1 there. 1, 2 is already there. 3, 4. Okay. You go to the last one. 1 bond is already there. And 3, 2, 3, 4. And what will come at the end of each? Hydrogen is going to be hydrogen.
Why can't we connect like the first and the last carbon together?
How will you connect?
Like a triangle.
Ah. So what you are saying is like this. A very good question. These are called as cyclo. Okay, so this is a cyclopropane. Okay, like a cycle. It is possible. It is possible. This is a cyclopropane, but right now we are talking about a single chain. So right now we are not talking about this. And the formula will be different for this.
And what will be the formula?
Okay, what will be the formula? Where you see? See this?
2 here.
Yes.
2
There are
here.
2 there, 2 here,
Yes.
2 here,
Ah.
2 here. So it is
VSH.
CBSE25. Now let's see what is the formula here. Here, will it be same? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8.
And how is that working?
1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Got it.
1 minute. Okay, so you will see that the compound, this one and this one is not the same. It's not the same. Though it has 3 carbon here, it has 3 carbon there, but it is an entirely different compound. So we are not going to be talking about it right now. Why is it so? Because there are 2 hydrogens less here. There is 8 hydrogen, here it is 6 hydrogen. So it's definitely more, it is different.
So ma'am, if we just if we could control, I think we can. So if we control the amount of hydrogen that the carbon is receiving.
No, it is a different method of preparation. It's not that easy. So when we are talking about it, synthesis of cyclopropane, it's an entirely different process. Yes,
So
yes,
ma'am, like if there are 4, like the butane one, the next one. So there
I'm
are
coming to
4.
that. I'm coming to that, please. Have a little patience. Have you all followed this? What is it called? It's called propane. Okay. Next we talk about butane. Have we finished propane? Okay. Butane is the one that we are using in our gas cylinders. Yes. Basically that. Okay. Okay. Now see how are we going to draw? Pay attention. The moment we say that is 4 carbon, draw 4. First you draw 4. Okay? And what is important? Each one of the bond between carbon and carbon is going to be a single bond. Correct? So single bond here. Okay? So here first carbon. Are you paying attention? This is 1 is over, 2, 3, 4. Second one and the third one is a little tricky. Why? 1 is there, 2 is already there, 3, 4. For this one, 1 and 2 is already there, 3, 4. For here, 1 is there, 2, 3, 4.
C4 4H10.
So we will write it as C4H. And this is called butane. Okay, we will not do the entire series. If you have done till 4, maybe 5, one more last we can take. Can you try to do? Can go on, I'll tell you, but because for our 10th standard till 5, it's more than enough. But I'll tell you a little more than that also.
Ma'am, my threshold is still 6.
If I find anyone sharing your material or whatever it is, I'll throw both of you out. Enough is enough. The last one is going to be 5. Can I put it down here? You can see it. Yes. Okay, continue with the same thing. Okay. So here we'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same way we'll put single bond. Then draw these covalent bonds. You will have a C5H12. Okay. So anything which has got, look at the board now. I want you to learn some things here right now. Finished? Okay, you're going to learn a few things. 1 carbon, meth. How will you remember?
Meth.
1 carbon is meth. 2 carbon, H. 3 carbon, prop. 4 carbon, but. But. 5 carbon, pen. 6 carbon, hex. So it will be hexane, septane, octane, nonane, decane. Okay? Once again. 1, meth. 2, hex. 3, prop. 4, but. 5, pen. 6, hex. Once again. I'm showing you numbers. Tell me. This you should remember. Once you remember this, then it becomes easy. Tell me again. 1, meth. Hex. Penta and hexa becomes easy for us. Okay? Now, there's a simple thing that you want to understand. Look here very carefully. See the difference between this and this. 1 carbon has increased and 2 hydrogens have increased. Yes. Okay? So the difference between these two is CH2. Okay? We will look at the next member in the series. Here it is 2 and it has become 3. That means 1 carbon has increased and 2 hydrogens have increased. Did you notice that there is a pattern which is taking place? So each member is increasing by a factor of CH2. Make a note of it. CH2, it is increasing, no? Each member, come on, write down. Each member, each member of the series is increasing by 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen. Okay? So there is a pattern that is following, and this is your homologous series. That means it belongs to a similar family, or it shows the similar pattern. It shows similar chemical reactions. So all of them show similar chemical reactions. Is that okay? Right. So how many units will it change? Look at the molecular formula. Right? So for example, if there is CH4 and there is a C2H6, obviously it is increasing by this factor. What is the atomic number of carbon?
6.
Atomic number is 6. Atomic mass number 12. Atomic mass number is 12. What happens to hydrogen? It is 2. 1 hydrogen and 1 hydrogen plus 1 plus 1. So that means it is increasing by a factor of 14. Atomic mass number increases by 14, 14, 14 for each one of them. What is methane? CH4. Look at CH4. Carbon is 12 and hydrogen is 4.
60.
So it is 60. What is the next member? It is C2H6.
30.
That means it has increased by a factor of 14 plus 14 karo. So you are getting 30. Did you understand? 30 plus 14. 44 plus 14 plus 14. That is how it keeps on increasing.
Yes.
Got it? Got it?
You can see that last one.
You know this part? Okay, the next member increases by 14 units. Why? Because there is an increase of CH2. The next member, like for example, here it is, what did we write here? It is 16. 16 plus 14 plus 14 plus 14. Is that okay? Right. Now I'm showing you something else. I'll write what is known as a general formula. Hello, here Cn H2n plus 2. Let's see what this is. Okay, where n happens to be the okay, so I'll write it down here. Cn H2n plus 2, where n happens to be any of these numbers. Let's take 4, for example. So C is 4, correct? Hydrogen is 2 times 4, that is 8, plus 2. How much is that? It is C4H10. Did we get the formula? Got it? You can try for anything. Okay. Let's say for the second one, if n happens to be 2. So if it is 2 here, hydrogen is what? 2, 2s are 4, 4 plus 2, 6. So it is H6. Is it correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you can use this general formula to find out what is the formula for any of the series. So what is it called? Which series are we doing? Alkane. Because there is a single bond. Now what's it out?
Can like the butane can be drawn like this.
No, that's cyclobutane. It has to be an empty chain.
Yeah. No. Like a square type.
That is what I'm saying. You have drawn something like this. You have drawn all the 4.
Yes.
This is a cycle.
Like this and all those metals.
So it is similar to what we said. It's a cyclobutane, cyclopropane. Now we are not talking about cyclo.
And
We are
then
talking
one
about
more thing that I have observed is that in the formula for the cyclo, it's like CN plus CnH2n. They are not added to it.
Yeah, obviously, because all the four will be separate. Only for alkene. Now I'm going to rub it out. We are going to do alkene. Next page. This part of it will remain the same. Okay. Now I'm changing alkene. General formula will change. All this will change. N क्या होगा? N is the same number N here. So यहाँ 4 डाला है ना? So 4 2s are 8, 8 से 6. Okay. What are we talking about now? Next will be alkene. What does it tell us? Alkene में क्या होगा? How many covalent bonds? Double. Between what and what? Between carbon and carbon. You should always have this for an alkene. Okay? Now, my first question is, let me see how many of you are attentive in class. Number of carbon 1.
Yes.
What will be the structure?
C.
Okay, do it. Draw all these columns, huh? What do you mean by again? This is another series.
C2 and 6.
I think it would be the same.
Okay. So all of you. Now, very. It's not possible because the first one should have 2.
Yes, ma'am.
So you will not have anything with 1 carbon. So 1 carbon ka dash hai, there's nothing here. What did we say? For an alkene, you must have 2 carbons. So the first one is going to be here only, not here. So there is nothing with meth. Did you all understand, children, what I'm saying? For an alkene, look at the board. Everybody look at the board now. Pay attention. Here. What did we say for alkene? There should be a double bond between 2 carbon atoms, which is compulsory. Here one is likha hai mujhe. Obviously it is not.
No, there will be no method.
There's no meth. So the first member is going to be here. If there is 2 carbon, what is it? Starting with N. Now, all of you look how we are going to draw. First, we'll draw 2 carbons. Then what? Double line between the 2 carbons. Okay, ये हो गया. We look at carbon here.
ऊपर नीचे ही होगा ये.
Yes, it's going to be 1 and 1 hydrogen here. And remember, children, what you have drawn? Gufran.
Yes.
For hydrogen, it's always 1. Hydrogen will never have a double bond. How? Here again, carbon is by 2. These 2 are already there. This carbon already has 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, यहाँ we have to see. This should be there. Double bond should be there because it's an alkene. अभी ये देखो, ये first carbon हुआ, ये second carbon हुआ. First carbon में 1, 2 is already there. So I put a 3, 4. ये वाला देखो. Okay, 1, 2 is there. 3, 4. अभी यहाँ भी आएगा. Will it come? Children, look at this. Will it come? No. 5 हो जाएगा ना. So this is totally wrong. You must have only 4 lines. Why 4? Tetravalent. Because they are all tetravalent. You must maintain this tetra. Tetra is 4. Have you all done this?
Yes.
Right neatly, huh? Correct. Now, in some of the textbooks, you may see it like this. Look at me here. Okay. This can be drawn straight. Look here, look here. Sometimes in the textbook, they can show it like this. This is also correct. But if it is slightly at an angle, also it is correct. Got it? You can see it? This one. Got it? Now let's count the molecular formula. Carbon, how many carbons? 2. 2. Hydrogen?
4.
So it is C2H4. What is 2 carbon? H. Ending will be what? Ethene. So it is ethene. Again, you three have started. That's how you are getting distracted in class. Right? It's okay, you sit here. Okay? Now the trick part starts now. Pay attention because as we are going, it becomes trickier now. Now we are coming to probe. Okay? See how we are drawing? How many carbons here? 3. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So double covalent bond should be present. So we can keep it here or we can also put it here. Have you followed what I'm saying? I draw here on this side to see. No, you cannot have. Because the molecule is very small and it causes a lot of strain. So it's either here or there. So look here. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm drawing both the structures. I put it between here and I put a single bond here. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 is already there. 4. Look at this carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4.
CBSE.
Yeah, is it difficult?
No.
Yeah. First draw the 3 carbons here like this. Okay. And I put a double bond here. And I put a single bond. Because in alkene, there's a double bond. The other carbons will all have single. Count, that's all. You just have to count. Wait. Let the others take some time. Okay. So you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you notice the difference here? +2. What is the difference here?
CH2.
C is more and hydrogen is also more. So that is the difference between one member and the other member.
The same thing
As
CH2.
Mom, shouldn't there be H7?
बीच वाले में
अच्छा
बीच वाले में है।
इसमें मैंने बोला CN plus
जैसे
H
हमने ऊपर बनाया है।
I meant the same thing as the last one.
why is there only
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
why is there only
कहाँ यहाँ? This one. Double bond, no, because we are doing alkene. Now see here, I'm changing this structure. Boys, look at this. I'm changing this structure. And tell me now. I'm still drawing 3 carbon, but I'm putting a double bond here.
Same.
I'm a slow side key
Did you understand now? See, this is 1, 2, 3. I'm just turning it around. समझ में आया? Concept clear हो गया? I've just changed. Single bond, double bond. ऐसे करेंगे तो double bond आएगा, single bond. It's the same one.
तो मैम CH6
Either I draw like this or I draw like this, it's going to be the same. ठीक है? If we are not come to 4, it's still 3. We are still in 3. Now I am drawing 4. Now here again it becomes tricky. Pay attention. Shh. Pay attention. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to put only one double bond. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put only one double bond between carbon and carbon. Draw all of you. Suppose I put here, here and here. Draw it. Show the number of carbons. What are you doing? You can't draw a single line like that.
Ma'am, why can't there be two? Two double bonds.
Once again, because the molecule is very small.
So always there will be only one.
Till 10, till almost 10.
6 4 H.
6 4 C4.
C4 H. C4 H. 6 4 H.
Okay. Now see what we are going to do. This is 1, 2. Those of you who did not understand, look at the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 is already there. 3, 4. 1 is there. 1, 2, 3. So we found the number of hydrogens. Okay. So you will have it as C4 H. What is Gufran? Pay attention. What is the difference here between one member and the other member? CH2.
I'm the same now, right?
That is why it is called homologous series. What is
The
the meaning?
general formula would be the same, right?
No.
Plus 2 at the end.
So it will be
अच्छा ठीक है ये नेम क्या क्या होगा नेम propene और
so it will be propene. Okay. यहाँ हो गया आपका butene, pentene आएगा. Okay. And now for butene, I'm drawing another structure. Before I go to 5 carbon, take down this structure also, you will understand. Okay, this is also quite possible. See here.
बीच में आप
Same.
Formula will be the same,
No, ma'am.
but the structure will be slightly
Why not?
different. Why? Because I have put the double bond here in between, not here. समझा? तो यहाँ होगा.
Ma'am, left में 1 2 3.
करो करो, all of you do this.
Ma'am, that is for butene, not for pentene.
This is 4.
Sorry, pentene.
This is for 4. 4 is butene.
I thought it was pentene.
Come on, draw the 4th one.
Come on, like this. No, see if I show.
Yeah.
Not done, ma'am.
See, I put up the structure there. Okay. Why I have put it up now here is because I am going to talk about isomers. These are what are called as isomers. Different position of the double bond, but the formula is going to be the same. Isomer. These are called as isomers.
And in 15 there will be 5 carbon
Yes.
hydrogen.
5, I'll put it up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Boys, Rudra, 1 minute. Please. Now for 5, as the number of carbons are increasing, you can put a double bond here. Look here. Shh. You can put a double bond here, or you can put a double bond here. And this should put only one double bond, and the rest will be all single bonds. ये हो गया double bond, ये single हो गया. चलो Because what you will find
The same
example दिया.
वो सेम ही है पर
That
पोस्ट का पार्ट
now general formula CnH2n. That's all. See, there's a slight Abhishek here. General formula CnH2n. That's all. No plus 2. Okay. Let's see whether anything. For example, if it is 3 carbon, so it is Cn and H will be 2 times 3. That is 6. So the formula is correct. You can always cross check whether your formula is correct.
मैम तो पुराने फॉर्मूला इसमें फॉर्मूला
That's
और
true.
2n plus 2 था.
If you are careful, you will notice that.
I did know.
CnH2n plus 2.
But then C2H4 है उसमें CH4 था.
X. Last one, come on. Now you are going to, now that you have understood everything, let's go on to alkyne.
Yay.
Come on now, alkyne. Alkene is over. Now we are going to do alkyne. Similarly, you will not have the first unit. One carbon you will not have. You will always start from the second carbon. Yes. I am changing all the steps. Prop, bute. Okay, here. What will it be? What will be on the side? One and one. Correct, correct. Okay, so it will be C2H2. And what will be the name? X? Methine. By any. You have to write it as by any. Rudra? Done? Any doubt? Then why are you looking behind? Next one, 3 carbon, 1, 2, 3. Where will you put a triple bond? You can put here, you can put there, anywhere. How many hydrogens on this side?
One.
Correct? 3. See in the center one.
One only.
One will be there.
No, nothing.
There won't be anything. Why? Why? 3 plus 1, 4 ho gaya. So there is no hydrogen there at all. Okay, here you will have, of course. So you will have one hydrogen here,
CH4.
and you will have
C3H4.
once again. Did you notice the difference here? One carbon and 2 hydrogens. It is increasing by 1 carbon and 2 hydrogens. What will be the name? 3 carbon is called what? Yes, this is called propyne.
HCN,
And general formula of alkene is
CnHn plus 2.
No?
alkene का पूछ रहा है.
Alkyne will be -2. For an alkyne, it is -2. Alkyne, write down as -2. Okay, be careful. Okay, don't make any mistake. I'll continue with this list afterwards. Don't make any mistake. Wait. We'll continue with this list in the next class. Okay? Thank you, class.
Thank you.
All of you, those of you who don't have the notebooks, copy it down.
Very good. Very
उसमें बोले तो पैराग्राफ को पढ़ के नहीं पढ़ने डिसइंफेक्ट
सारे आंसर हैं जिसके ऊपर दिए थे सारे पैराग्राफ में से
पैराग्राफ में से मतलब डिसइंफेक्टेंट लिखा था वॉशिंग पाउडर जब भी वो मानता ऑप्शन दे रही है पैराग्राफ में ऑप्शन लिखी है ना मैंने
दिया हुआ है
बड़ा क्या मार्क्स नहीं ना
अरे तेरा है क्या वो नील ने ले लिया था एक दे रहा है गुजरात खेल रहा है खेल रहा है क्या एफसी
उसको नोकिया बजाता रहता है।